it's Thursday, and I like to call it Thursday Thoughts. Here's my thoughts for this morning, because I'm always trying to gain wisdom. Look, I need all the wisdom I can get. I don't know about you, but do you ever get anxious? I got that question for you first. I know on rare occasion I get anxious. I would like to say that. I tend to get anxious more often than I need to get anxious, especially when I sit down in the morning and read these words of wisdom. I'm telling you, listen to this real quick. Do not be anxious about anything. Do not be anxious about anything. That means anything. It doesn't say, do not be anxious because you might be running late. Do not be anxious because that deal fell through. Do not be anxious because you name it, fill in the blank. No, it says, do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, with a thankful heart, let your requests be known to God. Okay, hey, there's a lot in that, right? I'm not going to unpack it all here for you. I am not a pastor. I'm just trying to learn some wisdom here and trying to share the little bit of wisdom that I have to someone who might be interested in being anxious or learning how not to be anxious. There's a lot here, like I said. It's a lot to unpack. But it does say that we aren't supposed to be anxious for anything. But when I look around, everybody's anxious about everything. We have social media that we're anxious about seeing everybody, trying to keep up with the Joneses, I guess you could say. Because everybody's life is perfect on social media, right? And we are anxious about the news because the news feeds fear in us every day. The world, if you listen to the news, the world is going to hell in a handbag, hasn't it? And there is no hope for us. So what are some things you can do to handle anxiousness in all seriousness? I'm going to give you a couple of tips because there's so much more we could delve into with this. But I am not going in that direction right now. I just want to give you a couple of tips. At night, why don't you take your cell phone and take it and put it out of your bedroom, out of sight, out of mind, and before you go to bed, start meditating upon your day and start thinking of good thoughts. Think about all you're thankful for in life before you go to bed. Listen to some soothing music, but get the phone away from your hands and your eyes because it will keep you awake and it'll make you anxious. And besides that, time goes like that when you get on your phone, doesn't it? Another thing you can do, if you're overwhelmed by the news and everything going on in the world and what's wrong with the world from your point of view, you could pick a cause in your own community or within the world, or something you hear that really touches your heart. Pick one thing and start researching how possibly you could be a solution to the answer instead of the problem, instead of complaining. Another thing you can do in the morning when you get up is write 10 things you're thankful for. I say this a lot, but it really makes a difference to settle your heart the first thing in the morning before you get up and start running around and your day gets away from you. What are 10 things you're really thankful for? You gotta have 10 things. If not 10, I know you have one thing you can be thankful for before the day starts if you really look for it. I also have on my website at sweetstrength.com, I have an ebook, a small ebook on gratitude and attitude. It gives you some steps and some ideas on being thankful. Because here it says, with prayer, you know, pray, meditate, pray. Pray everything, prayer and supplication with thanksgiving. So have a thankful heart. All right, I could ramble on and on about this. You're probably already tired of hearing it. But anyway, today, settle your heart. Settle your mind. Think good thoughts. Take control of that. All right? And give all those requests to the man upstairs. He can handle it better than you can. All right, make it sweet. Keep it strong all day.